let's test some Voiceless Voices or Silenforce or some ritual deck. Let's get into it. What's going on, fellow tryhards? It's Tom with Tracker Gaming, bring you back a brand new video. Today we're going to go over the new ritual archetype that's going to be coming out in Phantom Nightmare, and it's going to have previous or upcoming support as well in Legacy of Destruction, Voiceless Voices or Silenforce, whatever they're going to end up calling it by the time it gets to us in the TCG. And today we have our good buddy here to help us once again, Old Man Higgins. So say what's up.
Hey. What's going on?
So you were the one that actually kind of got me onto this list because I'm not too familiar with how to play this deck, which is something we're going to kind of go over today. It's something that I've got to play around with a little bit prior to recording this video, and I kind of enjoy playing the deck so far. Before we go ahead and go to testing and going over some of the combos, I'd like to kind of go over the list. So Aaron, would you like to help me out with this? We're going to start off with Novox here. So, do you have the stuff pulled up here in front of you?
Yeah, I've got my list pulled up right now.
Yeah, why don't you take it away and let us kind of explain what some of these cards do.
Well, first and foremost, Novox, the Silenforcer Disciple, or the Voiceless Voice Disciple, whatever it's going to be called. That is your bread and butter of the deck. Like, you absolutely need to see the Voiceless, Novox, the Voiceless, because it facilitates every bit of your plays. It gives you your Omni Negate on your main ritual, combined with the spell, makes you untargetable. Like, it's just, you have to get this in play. Like, you want to see this in your opening hand because she is literally just a one card combo. Like, it's the bread and butter of the deck. And then from there, your main ritual, you've got the Skull Guardian. That's your Omni Negate that I was just referring to. When he's on the field, he's going to double up on attack. So the ideal board here is you're going to have a 4100 Omni Negate that cannot be targeted, which is just awesome.
Also,
and then anytime.
Also,
go ahead.
Also, probably one of the very few monsters as of right now that's able to swing over the new Rising Rebellion Falcon as well, because it's only got 4,000 attack, and this one at max, if it has Novox Engraver on the field, it has 41. So it's able to swing over one of the beefiest monsters in the game.
Mm-hmm. And that's correct too, is because he's getting this attack buff regardless if it's on the field or not. As long as it's on the field or graveyard, he gets the attack buff. But you've always got to remember he only has his negate if Novox is on the field with him.
Yes.
Because you'll probably run into that people will just crack off the negate and Novox won't even be inside.
Yes.
Especially where it's new. From here, you've got your Saphira, the Y Silenforcer Queen, another kind of the bread and butter of the deck here. She basically just counts as a ritual monster, and you can discard her to send your ritual spell to the grave, and then add any of the rituals that you're main decking here, which is Skull Guardian and your Serarvis. And then when she's in the graveyard, she's a ritual spell at that point. So super, super, super good. And then we have the you're going to have the Serarvis, the non-ritual, the Sagely Silenforcer Dragon.
Yeah, something like that.
This guy is awesome because what you want to do more times than not is try to either pass with him or you'll bring him out by other ways like the trap. But what he'll do is on your opponent's turn, if they activate any effect, you can just chain this, bounce it back to your hand, and then summon one of your rituals from deck. So what you could do is bring out this, the Serarvis ritual, so then you have another form of interruption. And then he's good for recycling too, because he has an inherent summon from hand that'll let you shuffle any 2 spells, including a ritual spell, from hand or graveyard back into the deck, and then you can summon him. So, you can recycle even some of we were talking about this just a moment ago, some of the more broken staples, like Super Poly.
Yeah, totally noted.
Shuffle it back.
Well, and you can shuffle back a lot of your key 1-of staples too. Like if you have Change of Heart, you can shuffle it back. If you have a Feather Duster and you need it, you can shuffle it back too. Any sort of spell, as long as you're shuffling back a Silenforce ritual with it, you're going to be able to recycle. You're able to recycle Thrust, Talents, any of these big cards that you so desperately need in certain situations. These cards are going to get you there. So being able to shuffle those back in is insane with just this one card.
Yep, and then being able to put your ritual spells back too is very important, because sometimes they'll wind up in your hand and you really don't want them there, because then your pre-prep shut off, your Saphira shut off for her search, so it's very beneficial to get those back. Now, one of the most important cards in this is going to be our continuous spell, the Silent Forcing Barrier. This one is awesome because when it's on the field in combination with your Novox and your Ritual, all of your light monsters become untargetable at that point. So that's the key pieces. You want to have Skull Guardian, Novox, and the continuous spell to set up an Omni Negate and make them untargetable, and they can also only attack the Rituals as well. And then even better is it is just a generic search card. Add any Silent Force card or your Skull Guardian ritual monster from your deck to your hand. Like, awesome.
I'm gonna add the original Skull Guardian to my hand.
Right? Just throw him in there.
Yeah, as one of.
But for the last 3 of the actual like Silent Force archetype cards, you got the 2 ritual spells. Obviously ritual spell, you know what that part's going to do. But it has a secondary effect too, which is if your ritual monster that you control were to leave the field by an opponent's card effect, you can just banish it and special summon another one from the deck. Just like, okay, you got rid of that one, I'll bring out another one. Here you go.
And it's any of them too. It's like the original Saravis. Looks like is it the new Saphira, Queen of the Dragons? No, so it lets you special summon the old Saphira too.
Yes.
And I think the only one that's not original in there is the Skull Guardian. It lets you go, okay, you can special summon the old rituals, but you can also special summon the one new Skull Guardian, which is probably your best target.
Yep. And you can summon the Saravis too, like the ritual, like he's listed on there as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The new
Ancient Instant.
Yep.
But they don't have the new one that got announced. I guess, obviously because this was printed before that, but the new Silent Force Ritual is not listed on there, unfortunately. But from here, the last Silent Force card we got is going to be your Continuous Trap Authority. This one is honestly really, really good. You've got 2 choices here. You can shuffle back one of your rituals or the ritual spell into the deck, and then you can special summon or add from deck to hand any of your Silent Force monsters. Now, obviously with this one though, you can't special summon the rituals from deck, but you can add them to your hand.
Yes.
You'll use this a lot of times to bring out the Sagely Silent Force we were talking about before with his quick effect.
Yep.
And then secondary effect is you can pop. So if you already have the Sage on the field and you've got 2 rituals, well then you can target 2 cards on your opponent's board and pop them. It's just equal to the number of the rituals that you have. Now, from here, it's just pretty much the consistency buffs and the kind of the staples in the deck. You have Diviner of the Herald. Most of you guys, you know what Diviner does. You can send a fairy monster from deck or extra deck to the graveyard and, modify its level by that. This card is a 1-card combo in this deck because it'll allow you to then send the Trias Hierarchia from the deck to the graveyard. Which, once that hits graveyard, you can use its effect to tribute the Herald to summon it back, which then triggers Herald to summon your Novox from deck. Thus, just moving in from there, you just play the combo out like you just normal summon Novox. And then you have 2 of the Preparation of Rites. For this one, I only run 2, just because I don't see any reason why you would need 3, because more times than not, you honestly don't really want the ritual spell in your hand. And you can run out of targets pretty quickly too off of using Saphira and sending the ritual spells from deck to grave. So 2's comfortable, and that way you're not running into Drawless Art, I guess, either. And then we have Pot of Prosperity. I basically just consider this card in any deck that can run it a 1-card combo starter, because more than likely you're going to see Herald or Novox off of digging for 6 at that point. And then lastly, I don't think we went over this, but the last 2 rituals, the Saravis, which most people probably know what this one does, but yeah, he's pretty straightforward. If he's on the field, he can negate a special summon, an inherent special summon like a Synchro Link, something like that. You can negate the summon and banish it, and when you do that, for cost, he will bounce himself back to hand, and while in hand, you can discard him and negate a effect that would target a monster you control. So he kind of works as a double interruption. And he's your main target to summon off of the main deck Saravis. So you'll have your Skull Guardian, then you'll use him, and then bring out the Saravis. So then you've got that extra layer of interruption.
This is your PSA to pick up your secret rare Saravises now while they're not as expensive.
Oh, it's gonna skyrocket when this deck releases. Yeah, because it's the second best deck in the OCG right now, so I don't see any way that price doesn't go up.
Oh yeah.
Like for sure. But that's your main core. So far from the testing that I've done, I would not change any of that until we get the new support. I would leave every bit of that as it is, and the rest of it from here is just straight up 14 flex spots. Whatever you want to personally run. Myself, I do 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, 3 Droll, 3 Veiler, and then 2 Super Poly. And that's my go-to. Because Droll
you
shut down
can
fire
get away
guys.
with running 2 Super Poly because again, your new Saravis is able to shuffle back that with one of your rituals. So you're going to be able to.
And you got pot to dig for it too.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to re-dig for those kind of cards, especially in these tougher matchups. So I think that's going to be extremely important. And again, the side is kind of open to interpretation. You can run just kind of with mine right now. I just run 3 Nibiru because I've been doing some testing with it along with me and Old Man Higgins, and I think it's just right now not the best thing to main board. Just to have inside, just to have ready. Summon Limit is going to be really, really good in terms of playing against.
That's a must-have in my opinion.
Yeah,
that must be in the side deck.
I've got my playset right now, and I'm probably going to end up trying to do some testing with it and probably throw it in most of my sideboards for this upcoming format. And then I don't know what Higgins runs, but as of right now, I run 3 Cosmics because there's a lot of back row decks and the 2 Lightning Storms on Duster, along with the 3 Ghost Spell. So, and the Ghost Spell is just really good against the Fire King matchup. You're going to need that because they're going to try to Monster Reborn a lot of stuff, and it comes up sometimes when you're playing the mirror match. As for the extra deck, we have a lot of Super Poly targets because again, we have Ritual deck. We don't care about the extra deck. But we do have good utility in here, so
we're maxing out.
Yeah, so right now we have several Super Poly targets. I'm probably going to readjust mine a little bit, but so most of this is what I got off of you, Aaron. So explain the reason why you have Intis as a 2-of in here.
Intis, well, I mean, for starters, you have the send off of Herald, so, you know, it can start, like if you're going second, you already kind of have what you need, you can literally just open your turn by going Diviner, and, you know, popping something on the field, and then we were talking about, too, it's not going to be often, but there will be rare situations where you could potentially just Super Poly that out. It takes any Synchro and any Xyz monster, so there are situations where it could possibly come up, which I think is hilarious, but I like having it in there just because, again, it's just, you know, it's pops. You want good utility targets to send off a Diviner because, you know, got 3 copies. You don't want it to ever be a dead card to normal summon.
And then the rest of the extract that I have in here, I threw in 2 Garura. I don't know if Aaron, are you running 1 right now?
I have 1.
I'm running 2 right now because I really just kind of want to throw it in there as another spot. I didn't really run a whole lot of synchros. That is also subject to change. That could be another Herald of the Arclight. That could be literally anything else I could probably throw in there as a flex because, again, most of the Super Poly targets, Mud Dragon probably your best Super Poly target out there right now besides Garura because it's just very generic. You just need 2 of the same attribute, which we're in the Year of Fire as most people are calling it. This is going to be extremely important. This is one I haven't seen a whole lot of people running. My buddy Brad put me onto this. Shout out to Brad. It's Earth Golem at Ignister, and it just requires 1 Cypress monster and 1 Link monster. So most of these combos nowadays really, really focus on even if they're playing like Cash or they're playing some other deck. There's usually a point in the combo, even in Fire King, where you're going to have an IP and maybe a Link Karibo or an IP and some other Link monster on field in order to kind of link.
Sunlight Wolf.
Yeah, Sunlight Wolf along with IP. You can. That's something that they used to end on. I don't know if they still do that now any, but that's definitely something that can come up. And the turn you summon this, if it goes into time, it kind of prevents you from taking any damage for the rest of the turn as long as it sits in the field. So. Really important. And then of course especially for your Vanadium matchup, you have Dragon Knight, Draco Equeast. Really good to have. Again, 1 Dragon Synchro monster being Dissipator, 1 Warrior monster literally being any of the Visas cards. Really important to have. And then we have your Link Suite, which is Link.
That guy likes to end on Boral Load and Baron as well too.
That's
or
right.
Some variation of it at time to time too. So you can sometimes get a sneaky hit off of them on that.
Oh, okay. So you're good. Yeah, oh yeah, because it does. The second one doesn't have to be just a synchro warrior. It just has to be a warrior in general. Okay.
Because sometimes they'll just go Baron Boral Load. Like sometimes Snake Eye. Like if they have a good hand, and you can just yoink.
Just rip it.
Goodbye.
And then the link seems like Link Karibo is going to be like one of the most common links as of right now. I think in this format it's going to be seen in pretty much almost every single deck that can run it. Along with that, with Anima, because a lot of people you can catch people lacking with Anima. I mean, it's not difficult. I mean, we all get in a hurry sometimes, especially if time's getting close or if we're just kind of nodding off, not paying attention during a match. This card will absolutely eat another player alive if you get a successful Anima. And then your utility kind of stuff, we'll go over Dynamondo here in a minute. We have your 2 SP Little Knights, your 1 Selene to go. Another reason why me and Higgins were talking about, he mentioned why Valor was so important in this because it's a level 1 spellcaster monster, and you're able to bring it off of Selene. So, and that'll allow you to go.
It can be a ritual material too, where it's light.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. And then you can go into access.
Saphira makes 7.
Oh yeah. Because Saphira's a 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you can make the Skull Guardian. Okay. And then we have probably one of the most interactive cards for this deck, which would be Dynamondo. This was printed, I think, originally in... I want to say it was printed in either somewhere between...
It's Photon Hypernova.
Okay, yeah. It was somewhere in that block. I was going to say somewhere between Pote and like Hypernova. So
I looked it up earlier today. It's a common out of Photon. Yeah.
Didn't it get a reprint recently too? I thought it did.
I don't think so. I think it's only got the 1 printing, if I'm not mistaken. Dynamondo. Let's see. Yeah, it's just Photon.
Oh, cool. Yep. Interesting. Well, and it's got the quick effect during your opponent's turn. Not only whenever it's special, you can target 1 card on field and 1 ritual monster in your graveyard. Shuffle both into the deck. So that's really good. And then it has the during your opponent's turn, you contribute this card, target 1 ritual in your graveyard, either at the hand or special it. So that's you and me were talking about that. The interaction was like during the draw phase. You can literally like rack him off and bring out one of your rituals during the draw phase.
Oh yeah, because you can use so if you blow through everything, and you've got say one of your rituals already in the graveyard, you could link off your Skull Guardian and your Novox to bring this out, and then shuffle a problematic card on the field, back into the hand, or into the deck rather. And then draw phase, you go Mundo effect, tribute, bring back your Skull Guardian because it's already been summoned properly, so you just bring it back, and then that triggers the Novox to then bring itself back out of the graveyard. So then you've reset the board at that point.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, that pretty much does it for the extra deck. Of course, we have Herald of the Arclight, which again is pretty self-explanatory. Just able to do your own thing whenever you contribute this card negate, but you're not using it for that. You're using the if it's sent to the graveyard effect so you can add a ritual monster or ritual spell from your deck to your hand. So another way to get in touch to your like Skull Guardians or any of your Silenforce spells. So really important. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the combos and the testing. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get into some of the combos here. This is the main predominant combo that you guys are going to use. We're going to mainly start off with Diviner of the Herald here. I have Novox in the hand just to kind of show you that there is a point in this combo where if you just open up Novox, it's pretty much the same thing repetitive. It's pretty much the same combo, bare bone minimum. It's the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off by normal summoning our Diviner here. And whenever we do that, we're going to be able to declare its effect to then pitch our one of that we have, which is the Trias. We'll go ahead and search here and send it to grave. And then we can also, now that we have Trias in graveyard, we can go ahead and tribute off our Diviner to bring out the Trias. You can tribute up to 3 cards, so it just says up to, so you can just use 1 as the material, and this will also trigger our Diviner. Our Diviner will allow us to special summon a level 2 or lower fairy, which will let us special summon our Novox. And at this point, Novox is going to allow us to do our combo as normal. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place our barrier off of the effect of Novox. And this will also allow us to use Barrier Effect to add a Silenforce card or a Skull Guardian Ritual Monster to our hand. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our Saphira here. Now that we have this in our hand, we are going to use Saphira Effect to go ahead and dump here and send our prayer to the graveyard. So go ahead and pitch prayer. And then from there, we are able to we are also, during that, we're able to add our one Light Warrior or Dragon Ritual Monster. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add us our Skull Guardian, our main ritual for this deck. So, and then at this point, what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to use Saphira Effect to then banish Saphira for the ritual summon. So we're going to banish that, and now we can use Novox as our full tribute for this as well. So we're going to tribute off our Novox and then bring out our Skull Guardian. And this will allow us to do a new chain as a Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. Now depending on what you're worried about during this matchup, if you're worried about Ghost Bell, then you can probably stop. What you can do is you're going to put Novox as Chain Link 1 and then Skull Guardian as Chain Link 2. Or if you're not too worried about that, you're still going to go Skull Guardian Chain Link 1, Novox Chain Link 2. So we're just going to do it as regular here. We're just going to go Novox Chain Link 2 to bring itself back. And then Skull Guardian to add us a Silenforce monster or a Warrior or Dragon Ritual monster. So another thing to keep in mind at this point in the combo, this is pretty much the end of it. Depending on what you want to do and depending on what your hand is, you're going to add either one of two main cards, well three really, if you wanted to add the other Saphira's Ritual Monster. What you're going to do is you're going to add Saphira to your hand for follow-up if you so choose to, if you don't really have a whole lot in your hand, or you could also add the new Saphira's card to then shuffle back to, special him out to continue to extend if you so choose to. So these are the two cards that you are going to be grabbing if you so choose. It's going to be the one that you banish to do the ritual, which is going to be the new Saphira. Or you can add the new Saphira's card, which is going to be the new Sage. And duly noted, this Sage card is also going to be able to, he's going to be able to, whenever your opponent activates a card or effect, you can bounce him back to hand and special summon one Light Warrior or Dragon Ritual monster from your hand or deck, but shuffle it back into the deck during the end phase. So you can use that to get into your other Saphira's, which is duly another thing to keep in mind. You really don't have to add the Ritual Saphira's to your hand, because if you just add this one, you're going to be able to special him, bounce him back to hand, and then go ahead and special the other one, which will also serve as another form of negate or another form of interruption during this. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of the other gameplay. Alright guys, so we have Old Man Higgins back to join us, and we're going to go ahead and try to get this rock, paper, scissors, shoot and try to run a set here and see what we can do. Do you have it set to best 2 out of 3?
I do.
Sweet. Alright, let's try it. Let's see what we get here. We usually do 5 or 6 different... Oh no, it has begun. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm talking about. Let's get it.
Alright, let's see. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Let's see what we get.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go standby main phase.
Sure.
Okay. Let's go. Normal summon divine or declare effect.
We'll go ahead and ash that.
Hey, God. Okay. Well, let's think about this for a second.
Okay. Think about it.
Well, we gotta do a little thinky think.
Think.
We're gonna go ahead and go Pot of Prosperity. And we will banish 1.
Dig for 6, you want?
3. Oh, you best know I will. And we'll go.
I'll drop another ash on you. You won't.
I'm assuming this is good.
Yeah, it's good. Let's see what you grab here. There's a clean, probably a clean start here. If I had to guess. Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, it's probably the best pick, right?
This pretty much just gets the ball rolling since we already ate the normal summon.
Oh yeah, because now you can just be like, okay, tribute.
All right, you gonna drill me?
Nope, sir.
Oh my god.
You're free to play.
I'll summon this, and then we're going to go Diviner Effect to summon a level 2 or lower from deck.
Yep, could be anything. Could be anything.
Could be anything. And then we're gonna go Novox Effect.
Yep.
Hot diggity dog. We're gonna put this here.
Yep.
And then we're going to declare its effect.
Yep.
Alright. We're going to.
Does this combo look familiar, people?
we're gonna add the trap to the hand.
Oh, it looks a little different now. Wait, does it? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, so you must already have the other parts in hand.
Pre-print.
Ah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. So we'll add Rare, and we'll add Skull Guardian.
Scully boy.
That's it. So now we'll go ahead and activate. We'll tribute.
Yep.
Summon. I accidentally banished that trying to click special summon.
I've done that before. That's the one thing with this interface I kind of get stuck on. It's just like I keep wanting to move too fast.
Yeah, sometimes that scroll menu will pop up and it's annoying. We're gonna go Novox 1, Skull Guardian 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
You will not be ghost spelling me today, sir.
I don't mean it. You know that.
Let's see. Who do we want to add to our hand? I think I know who we want to add to our hand. We're going to add
this extender guy.
We're going to add this guy.
Yeah, the Sage.
And then we're going to special summon Novox back to the field.
Yep.
From here, we'll go ahead and we're going to put back into the deck the ritual spell and our pot of prosperity, shuffle, and we will summon the Zippo. I need more extra cards. We've got possibly 4 pot activations. But from here,
3 pots wasn't enough.
That's exactly it. It was never enough. What do we want to do here?
I mean, you got the board. That's got to be the trap, right?
I was trying to decide if I wanted to be, if there's anything I could do here, like in the essence of being greedy. But it looks like, because we could be greedy right now, and I could do Trias and Novox for a little knot. And then on your turn, you know, as soon as I summon something off of Saravis, whatever, however you say it, it would bring Novox back. The question is, do I want to be that greedy?
I don't know, do you?
No.
No. Stand by main.
In the draw phase, we're going to go ahead and just have this split.
That's all a tie.
Yes.
Okay. Go stand by main?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, let me adjust this. Forgot, he's at 41.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, he's beefy.
Big boy in town. We're gonna go Prosby. Banishing.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I gotta follow up on you here. Let's go. That.
Banish 6.
I will. You watch me.
I got a front row seat.
I won't do what I did against Charles that one day and just
banish what you need.
Yeah.
We will chain him to that to return to the hand at special.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So we will bring out Shabam.
Yeah, this is the other negate that I was talking about in the combo, 1-card combo thing that I didn't go over. but he is able to. He's literally a hand trap, but he's also on the field. If I would special something, he just goes no.
Literally, and then he returns the hand to do that. So then he's back being a hand trap at that point.
Yeah, and is it both? Is it not a once per turn effect? It's not.
No, you can use
keep
both.
cycling him.
Yeah.
So mill 6 is good.
Yeah. You're good.
Okay, we hit nothing. We whiffed. Oh no.
Add pot if you got a pair.
I will not. I will add the Skull Guardian to hand. We'll put pot. Bottom.
Anything on resolution spell speed 2 or higher you'd like to activate.
You gonna draw me?
Yes. So
Okay.
we're gonna draw, show everybody one of the possible big problem cards for this deck, depending on your hand. So we'll see if Tricard Tom here has the hand to play through it.
Yeah, how you tell me?
Oh dear. Well, hold on. You could ritual summon right now. You could bring out if I let you.
If you let me.
But this is good though. There is a play here. You could at least pass on a 2050 that does nothing.
How about I just spell speed 4 or higher and do this? Oh, the power
spell speed
of
is the
that
surrender button.
Well, it's quicker than Super Poly, so spell speed 4. Let's see. I think we use that because that's been found effective. Take that out. I don't think we put those. Well, I mean they're good to have, but I really like that.
I like it a lot.
I think we just keep it like that for now.
I like it like that. I don't have to think of what I want to put in here. I reckon that right there will do it.
Alrighty, I'll try to go first. People. Come on. We'll go stand by main.
That's what I like to hear.
We'll go pot.
Boy, I drew some gas.
I drew some gas.
Whew, somebody crack a window. I'm gassy right now.
Let's see. 3.
Let's see.
4. 6.
That's good. Just let me know when you
Okay.
finish revolving.
Alright. We will add. I think we add Diviner here, right? Because that's our
Add
one-card
pot.
combo. No, ain't adding pot.
No guts, no glory.
We're adding Diviner.
You need that for follow-up for next turn.
Why? Are you gonna draw me?
You know what? I'm not actually going to draw you.
Oh, good. That's what we like. Why didn't we take pre-prep? Because we got Diviner instead. I think that's pretty good right now.
Oh, Diviner's definitely better than having pre-prep.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go Diviner effect.
Let's get that in part on that.
Just make sure to clear it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's fine.
Good deal.
Shoot. I don't think there's anything else I can do here, people. There's two very different sides of the same coin.
We'll go stand by main.
Yes.
Normal summon Diviner, declare effect.
Veiler.
Super Poly.
Oh no, I can't do nothing. Yeah, Super Poly, it resolves.
We will bring out our Garuda.
Oh yeah, because it's literally the same card.
So from here, we're not going to send from deck. We're going to have to send from extra deck. We'll send Herald, and then we're going to go Herald's effect.
That lets you
search for a ritual spell or ritual monster, either or.
I will ash that.
Okay, well, we'll go pre-prep. Now we'll add both. I told you I've got gas, man.
Yeah.
Now, would you like to try to take a guess as to what the last card in my hand is?
Would you like to try to take a guess on what I'm gonna do to you on Rez?
Oh, you gonna draw me?
Yeah, I'm gonna draw you.
Go for it.
Oh man.
Alrighty.
So you got 40s. You got 71 on board.
We'll go Novok.
To Reborn?
Yes.
No.
You do have Go Spell this time. Oh my god. Alright.
Oh lord.
I swear.
I think I'm dead either way.
Hopefully. I mean, as it stands right now, like, I don't have any.
71.
Oh, okay, so this is gonna come up here. Okay, so we're gonna go battle phase.
I'm taking 71.
Yep, 3K and 41.
Oh lord.
So here's a good example of where this comes in, kind of clutch. So we're gonna go graveyard, and we're gonna bring out Dynamondo. And we can't draw because we're under draw, and we're going to pass turn.
Okay, we're gonna draw. What you got in the draw phase?
I'm going to declare Dynamondo to target my Skull Guardian.
Yep.
So we will special summon him back, and then declare the effect of Novox, the special summon back.
Yep, that's good.
And then we will declare Novox's effect.
The set.
To put face up.
Yeah. Would you like to borrow mine?
How generous.
Yeah, I think that's this game. I can't do nothing.
I was sitting there when I summoned that diviner. I was like, please have effect Veiler. I was like, please Veiler. I want to super volley and dodge it.
I could have ashed and said instead of doing that, and then it probably would have saved me some heartache there. But I don't think it would have been the best. I probably should have done that instead if I have ash.
It's kind of difficult on these, like, especially with like Ash, to know exactly where to Ash. Veiler's a little bit easier. Like Veiler and Imperm, you kind of are forced to do that a little bit early on, because once this combo gets set up, they're untargetable anyway. Ash is a little bit difficult, because if you Ash Saphira and they already have materials in their hand, they're just going to ritual summon anyway. If you Ash pre-prep, and then they go normal summon Novox after that, then you're like, well, crap. It's it's pretty difficult. I feel like the barrier is a really good Ash. That's a very good Ash. If they go like normal Novox, place barrier effect, that's a good Ash because it just adds any Silenforce card, which would be Saphira and then full combo at that point. Pre-prep is a good hit. It's tough with this deck. Like, Ash is not particularly useful unless you only open with a hand that has one path,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Droll is a big detriment though, depending on the hand, a big one.
Yeah, like the hand I drew was at game 1. I didn't really have the best.
Because if it wasn't Droll, you could have at least got a search and been fine, but it's tough. Well, you had 2 barrier, 2 Skull Guardian, and a Saphira.
Not to mention, I also had this game. I opened up a Veiler. I opened up literally Veiler, Droll, Ash, Ghost Spell, and Pot. That was my opening 5.
Well, this is a good example to show the YouTube community. This is what it looks like if you brick and you don't brick.
Yeah, it's like 2 separate sides of the same coin. But,
yeah, perfect.
But guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Again, Aaron, thank you for coming onto the channel and waxing me on company dime here and being able to show the people what this deck can actually do. This deck is going to be extremely fun. I'm going to do a little bit more testing with it and a little bit more playing along with Old Man Higgins here and a couple other friends, and kind of test out this deck. I'm going to try to find my feel, try to get my feet on a few other decks in the format. So
Could be more budget friendly too, with all the attention on Fire King right now, I would imagine as well.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the cards for this is going to probably go down, and not a whole lot of people are going to see a lot of. They're not going to see a lot of play until people actually start picking the deck up and be like, oh, hey, this is actually kind of cracked.
Right, really lose to it.
Because you ended up winning the. For those who didn't know and who didn't get to play into the first like prototype tournament that we had on the Discord, Higgins here ended up winning the tournament by beating Fire King.
In the finals, yeah, Fire King.
So it's a pretty tough deck to play right now, and I think this deck is going to be able to potentially be one of the better ones to play against Fire King. So, but
I agree.
But guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. What do you guys want to see next? What other decks do you want us to see for post Phantom Nightmare? It's coming up here in like the next 2 or 3 weeks. If you guys definitely want to see more of that, I'll definitely provide. We've got a lot of things coming up and a lot of new stuff coming out. Me and Old Man Higgins here went in halfsies on a case, so that's going to be something that we're going to do on the channel. We're going to be opening up a full case of Phantom Nightmare, so you guys can sit back and enjoy. So, but without further ado, thank you guys. My name's Tom with Trycard Games. We'll see you next time. See you guys.